Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a tutorial, as you can see by the title. It is a really mauve-y look. Yeah, that's pretty much how I would explain it. A matte mauve look. And I have worn this 2 times in videos, kind of. You first saw it, and this is where I got the request from the latest vlog that I did. I was filming some videos. The Michael Kors bag video is the one that I shot during that vlog, if that makes sense. And so there was a little clip where I was like in my setup and had my makeup done, and that's the look that I was wearing, and so you can fully see it in that bag review. But anyway, a few of you requested it, and it's a super simple look. It's an all matte eye, which I'm actually really into lately. I've been loving matte eyes, and I really love this look for this time of the year. I think it's great for the winter because I find that it goes perfectly with like burgundies and the wine tones and cranberry tones, which are very popular during the winter and the holiday season, because it's not too purpley or too cranberry-ish, but it is along the same lines. And it also looks incredible with like green tones. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I already did my base, like foundation and everything, because that's super boring and never changes, so we can just go ahead and move on to the eyes. I already primed my eyes and applied a little bit of concealer to neutralize them. You could use a paint pot or a cream shadow, whatever you want. But this look is going to be using the Lorac Pro Original palette. Like I said, it's an all matte palette, so an all matte look, so it's going to be using the top row. So the first thing that I'm going to do is apply like a wash basically all over, because I'm going to be using this shade on the lid and in the crease. So this is the Morphe B13. I love this, it's super soft. And I'm going to be taking the color Mauve, which is just a very light mauve color, obviously. It has a little bit of like an ashiness to it. It's got like a pinkish tone to it. So I'm just going to run that all in the crease, but not being too careful with it, because this is going to go on the lid as well. So you can kind of go on the outside of the lid as well. Then I'm going to take the shade right next to it called Light Pink, right there, and Cream. I'm gonna kind of fade them into each other, but this light pink has a more pinky brightness to it, which I like. It almost has like a lilac tone as well. So I'm just going to put that sort of on, not necessarily on the center of the lid, but like a little bit to the side. So maybe like the 2/5 area. That's really specific, but I mean, we're gonna go over everything, so just kind of go over the whole lid. It's not a big deal. You don't have to be super precise, because these do blend out really nicely. Then go back with a blending brush and just dust away any of that shadow that got into the crease. Okay, then I'm going to take a little bit of the mauve shade again and put this kind of on the halfway part and then outwards. And now I'm going to take some of the cream shade and put that in not the inner corner necessarily, like not in the tear duct, but wow, that was really loud, sorry. Right there. So not here, but the area just above it, to blend that into the light pink. You don't even have to do this, but I just like more of a gradient. And you could always go back with the light pink, kind of brighten that up right there. But I really like to have kind of a fade, and I hope you can tell. Once I get my highlight on in the inner corner, I think you'll really be able to tell. But that's just what I like, is a gradient. And this look isn't even super deep. I don't know if you've noticed, but even in my smoky tutorials, I like to keep it very daytime appropriate. I'm never going to use like a crazy black eyeshadow in the crease or anything like that. And so you just constantly want to be going back with a blending brush, either a clean one or the original, and just making sure everything's blended. Now I'm going to go in with my highlight. You know I love my little white eyeliner pencil. And just do a little bit of that in the tear duct area. And then I'm going to use the shade called White, which is the lightest. You could do a shimmery highlight if you wanted and use the nude shade, which is under it, because that does have that kind of pinky champagne look to it. Wow, I got way too much on my brush. But I just like to keep it all matte because I think it sort of throws it off when your highlight is super shimmery and the rest of your eyes are completely matte. And I always like to blend my highlight, my inner corner color, right on the inner corner right here. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that. Now this is very white, so you want to be careful, but I mean you can see it's white. And just go over the top of that crease color and under the brow. This just helps clean it up, brighten everything up so it's not too muddy, too high. Now for the look that I did not apply any liner, but I do believe I used a little bit of shadow under the lash line, and I am going to be deepening up the corner a teeny bit more, but before I do that and get too much of a dark color on here, I want to do my lower lash line. So I believe I used just a little bit of mauve and ran that under the lash line, or on the lower lash line. And then I took the shade Sable. I believe it was Sable. It may have been Espresso. I can't exactly remember. But okay, I will say, you could totally leave it at this, but I wanted to smoke it up a little bit more. The problem with these two shades is that tone-wise, they're very different from the rest of this look. Sable, as hopefully you can tell, is a lot warmer, and Espresso is very, very cool. So I'm just going to take a little bit of both, kind of mix it, and I mean, it gets dark really quick, so you have to be very careful. And I'm just going to apply it in the outer corner like that, and then blend it up into the outer V and right in the crease. And I kind of like to use circular motions just to deepen up the outer corner, but not get it too much on the lid. Okay, so last thing is mascara. So I'm going to curl my lashes, and I'm using the Tarte Better Than Sex mascara. So I'll apply this and show you what the finished eyes look like. Okay, here are what the finished eyes look like with mascara and everything. I really like it. I think it makes my eyes pop, and I just like all the matte shades. So again, here are what the eyes look like, and now we can finish up the rest of the face. For blush, because this is a kind of mauve look, I wanted to keep it kind of deeper, so I kind of did something different. So the first thing I did was take Dallas by Benefit and use that mainly on the back of my cheek, kind of more towards the hairline under my cheekbone. And then I took, oh goodness, this is Coralista, and took just a little bit of that and put that more towards the apple of my cheek. I never go too far inward with my blush, but I thought it would be pretty to have just a little bit more pinkiness so it's not all purple and too monochrome. And obviously I had to highlight, so I used the Hourglass Incandescent Light, which is the center one, and just highlighted like always. And this highlight is really good for this look because it does have a little bit of a pinkiness to it, so it really goes nicely with the tones of the rest of the makeup. And then for lips, I used the NYX lip liner in Peekaboo Neutral. Is that the right shade? Yes, so I just quickly lined my lips, nothing too neat or precise. I used a little bit of the Lorac highly pigmented lipstick. That's a weird name. In Girl Next Door. And I just kind of dabbed a little bit on. I'll be honest. This is not my favorite lipstick, shade, or consistency. But I didn't want to change it up. Kind of blot it a little bit. I think tone-wise, it kind of messes with the look, but I didn't want anything that was too purpley. Now, honestly, if I was to redo it, I would use this. This is the Sephora lip stain. It's the number 13. Just because I feel like tone-wise, it maybe goes a little bit better with it, but I wanted to keep it true to how I actually did my makeup. So this is the finished look. I'll kind of make that normal. So this, like I said, is the finished look. So pretty soft. I think it's a soft look. It's nothing too harsh, but it is defined. It is a little bit more purpley than some other holiday looks, because I know a lot of holiday looks are either like silver or gold. Or like a real cranberry. So this is more of that mauvey, purpley lilac tone. So I really like it. Tell me what you think in the comments down below, and if you would like to see any other looks, either for the holidays or New Year's or just in general. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye everyone.